Okay, your vocabulary research assignment asks you to research the origin of the words that you are defining. You must know where it came from in history. Somebody want to give me an example of a word that you couldn't really research very well? You didn't find the origin. Dahlia, you got a word? You got it? Shane, did you want to suggest one? Yeah. Okay, Michaela? Undefinable? Good. I think this one will work well. Let's see. We're using dictionary.com. We go to undefinable. Look it up. We scroll down to the origin section. Go down to the origin section. Actually, Michaela is lucky because this is one of those one-stop shopping kind of deals. She doesn't need to go to another site. It's all contained in there. Let's read this language. If we can go past the obligatory ads. Look up here. I'll help you read this. This word first appeared in Middle English somewhere between 1325 and 1375 AD. It came from an old French word, définir, which means to put an end to, which came from the Latin definire, to limit, define, and so on, and there's a little bit more. I have asked Michaela to define the root. Michaela, what's the root of undefinable? Nope. What's the root? You're mumbling. I can't understand you. Nope. Can somebody tell me what the root of undefinable is? I'll give you a hint. It's broken down for you on the screen right now. Fin. How do you know that? Okay, you know ABLE is suffix. Excellent, Logan. Thank you. We take that off. So we've got undefined, right? What else do you know, Logan? You're doing a good job. Keep going.
I know un is a prefix.
You know un is a prefix. And? Keep going. How do you know that D is a prefix?
Oh, the dash.
Because it's taken apart right here. Look. See if that'll circle. Michaela's word is taken apart for her. Un is a prefix. We know that. Did you take that apart as a prefix? Did you put D in the root section, or did you put D in the prefix section? Right. But do you see how the language of origin actually takes it apart further? So you've got two prefixes, un and D. And your root is fin. And what does fin mean, Michaela? Fin comes from what language? Latin. What's the original Latin word? Correct. And what does it mean? That's the answer that earns full points. And it's a formula. It's step by step. Should be pretty easy. Look at what I've done. I've given the root. Now Michaela might have had a problem because she didn't have the right root. Notice that the language of origin section on dictionary.com can help you take things apart. So there's the root. I've told the language of origin came from Latin. Did it come from Middle English? Yes, but I want you to go back to where it originally came from. It went from Latin to French to Middle English to modern English. Go back to the beginning.
Write that down.
Root, language, original word, and meaning. The root fin comes from the Latin word finere, meaning to finish. And now Michaela knows that, oh, wait a minute, I'm talking about something that has been given sort of a finish or a limit. That's what define means. It means to show the limits or to show the ending of it, to give it that. And if it's un, then I negate that. It must mean something that has no limits, no boundaries, no clear edges. And that makes sense. That's what undefinable means. And now Michaela also learned something else. She learned that define and definition is actually related to her word finish, final, finalize. All of these words come from the same root. Since it's a formula, we should be able to do these all day long. Somebody give me another one. Another word that you were having problems with. Logan. Habitation. Wonder why that's staying there. Okay. Oh, here we go. Weird. Okay. Habitation. All right. Perfect, because this is presenting a little bit of a problem. So let me show you how Logan can solve this problem. So I've got same kind of thing. Comes from Middle English, habitation, French, Latin, habitation, a dwelling equivalent to habitat, inhabited. Past participle of habitare, see habitat. Logan's going to see this. He's going to see an underlined word. And he's going to say, oh, wait a minute. If I want to really find the original root, I need to go to habitat. He does that. Dictionary.com makes our life easier. Logan, look at what's on the screen. Tell me what the original language was of habitation. Latin. And what's the original Latin word that forms the root? Habitare or habere. It's kind of like different forms of the same word, like different transformations or different tenses of the same word. And what does that original word mean? Very good. So I would assume that you have a root like have or habit comes from the Latin habere, which means to have or hold. That's how I want you to conduct the research. It's not always the same. Your words are not always the same. But here's what we learned. Michaela was able to stop in one place, and by looking at her language of origin, it helped her analysis, prefix, root, suffix. Logan had to go another step to another word. Habitation didn't help him so much, but he went to habitat, and he finally found that root word. You're looking for that original root word, fin, hab. Like in, if I were to say deconstruction, I've got D as a prefix, con as a prefix, tion as a suffix. I need that struck, and I need to find it. And it might not be on that first dictionary.com page. Okay? I'll pause there. Anybody have questions about that process or confusion, or you're really confused on a word? Vocab research assignment number 3 is due on Friday. Please do not forget, especially if you've not done one or more of the previous ones.